get Ivan Perisic on a 2-year deal from Inter Milan, obviously on a free transfer. And this is, for me, only a signing that has positives. I've seen some people moaning about it on Twitter, mainly obviously opposition fans to Tottenham. But I don't really get why anyone would see this as a bad deal. Obviously, of course, he's 33, fine. And if you said to me a few months ago when they appointed Conte that this would be his first kind of summer signing, I would have been a bit concerned. Not that Conte doesn't play young players. That's the thing he very unfairly gets labelled with. He's trusted Ryan Sessegnon at points this season. Obviously, he brought in Bentancur and Kulusevski. Even before that, Bastoni was a key part into Milan. He brought him out of nowhere. Same with Barella. Lautaro Martinez is pretty young. He gave Pogba a chance. So that does unfairly get labelled against him. But if I was a Tottenham fan, I wouldn't really be worried about his age. When you look at that Tottenham squad, of course there are some old players in there. But they're not really problematic old players. Eric Dyer's been amazing for Tottenham. I'm surprised he's not in the England squad. Heung-min-son's great. Kane's great. And obviously Lloris is a goalkeeper. But when you look at players that have played 1,000 minutes, Sessegnon's young, Kulusevski's young, Skip's young, Bentancur's young, Davinson Sanchez is young, so is Romero, Reguilon's a good age, same as Emerson. It's not really that concerning that, you're not buying Perisic, it's like, oh my god, it's another old player. I think the only downside to Perisic is his age, but it's not really a concern. And Tottenham, of course, they've got money, but they still there's still bigger positions than, I assume Perisic is going to play left wing back. There's still bigger issues in that squad. So getting Ivan Perisic on a free is a good deal. And look, obviously Ivan Perisic isn't like the ideal wing back. He doesn't have like elite defensive numbers or anything. And of course that's a bit of a concern. But in terms of European wing backs, there aren't many, to get 8 goals, 6 assists. And he's kind of, obviously he's overperformed his goals a bit, but he's underperformed his expected assists. So he's kind of performing to a decent level. And, his output's great. Obviously he's still a good ball carrier even at his age. And look, obviously, he's not necessarily the most technical player on the ball, but obviously he's a right footer playing on the left, which will harm those numbers. And that's the case for Sergio Reguilon as well. He has pretty bad on the ball numbers. Ryan Sessegnon's are atrocious. So for me, you can kind of match that as a pattern of Matteo Darmian, who plays a wing back for Juve, also has that as well. So for me, that's more of a issue with wing backs under Conte. If anything, that's more of a tactical thing for me. And for someone that's old, Perisic's injury record's been really good across multiple leagues. And his output's still great. When you look at all Serie A players in Europe in Serie A this season, for goals and assists per 90, he's still in the top 50. He's basically averaging a goal or assist every other game at wing back. And I know he's playing in a ball dominant side, but for a 34-year-old to be putting up 33-year-old to be putting up those numbers is great. And I don't really know what Conte's plan with him is. I don't know if he sees him as a backup winger to maybe fill Bergwijn's role or as a wing back. But you need players like this. I'm all for buying young players and developing them, and Tottenham have a lot of those at the club that I'm sure Conte will work with. But Liverpool have a James Milner, Man City have a Zinchenko or Fernandinho. You need these sort of guys that come in and just do a job and fill a role. And look, Conte will make bigger and sexier signings than this, but there's no real downsides for me in this. He's an experienced guy. He knows Conte and has also performed well this season as well. Obviously, these numbers are this season numbers under Inzaghi. He's a kind of different type of manager, and he's still performed. So it's not like he's just worked under Conte and not really performed anywhere else. It saves them money for other areas. His numbers are good in key areas. The only real numbers that would concern me are obviously his defensive numbers, but he's not a natural defender. And he's on the ball numbers, which again, that's kind of more of a pattern of fullbacks under Conte. It saves them money. The squad age of Tottenham's squad is already good, so it wouldn't really concern me that he's just going to flood the squad with a bunch of old guys. Kulusevski and Bentancur have shown that. And he's positionally versatile. And sure, the only real downside, he's never played in the league, but he's a guy that's performed consistently in 2 leagues now under a multitude of different managers. This is only a W for Tottenham. And if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be happy with this. It's a good start to the window. As is, I think Fraser Forster's a pretty good back goalkeeper as well. Tottenham are a club going places. Of course, they're not going to push Liverpool and Man City for me, but I think right now, if you said to me you have to put money on someone to finish third, I'd put it on Tottenham. Chelsea are on a bit of a decline under Tuchel. Arsenal aren't going anywhere. West Ham won't have the resources. And Man United's are kind of in transition. If Tottenham get this transfer window right, and this is a good start, for me, Tottenham are pretty much guaranteed to get third next season. And you wouldn't have said that 6 months ago when Nuno came in. So yeah, overall, Ivan Perisic, big W. No real downsides, and especially on a free transfer, this is just the perfect signing for Tottenham at wing back. Of course, they need one more. Matt Doherty will leave, maybe Emerson will as well. I like Ryan Sessegnon. I think he has uses. Same with Reguilon. But overall, this is a W. Get one more wing back, get a centre back, and maybe another forward and central midfielder with that £150 million. And Tottenham are in a very good position, man. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, peace.